Before we get our first ever race, I think we've got a new sponsor. We do of Novus. But who are we going to drive as? Well, let's drive as Jack Crawford. Welcome to the first qualifying session of the F126 MyTeam career mode. It's not like a whole new game. It's just a DLC that you can do MyTeam on. But yeah, so here we are in Australia. Let's see how we do here. Okay, so here we are. We're going to be going around the final few corners here on my Nico Hulkenberg. In the Audi, by the way, is in front of us. So here we go then, up to the line. Can we get P1 and Q1? We can! First Q1 of the 2026 career, and we get P1. Perfect. So, we're in Q2 now, and Pierre Gasly's just in front of us here. But we are going to go up to the line here. Can we get P1 here in Q2 as well? Can we? Yes, we can! We can actually get pole position in our first race. Let's see if that can actually happen here. Well, here we go. So we're in Q3 here. We're on our lap here. And I think we kind of messed up there a little bit. Oh, no. I think we messed up there. Messed up there a little bit. So I guess we're not going to be getting a pole position there. So where are we going to get? We're going to be going up the line. And it's P4. Now we get P8 there. In our first qualifying session, we finished P8. But how will we do in our first race of 2026? Well, let's find out. Well, here we go then, everybody. So we're going to be lining up on the grid here for our first race on the F124. Not the 24, the 26 career mode here. The MyTeam career mode. So here we go for the very first time ever on the F126 DLC. Here we go then. So here we go. We're going to get a great start here. We're kind of okay, but now it looks like Carlos Sainz trying to get the move on us. Now we're going to get the move on Alex Albon there. We get up as we get up. Okay, there we go. Alright, we get the move on Albon there. And now it looks like we're going to get the move there on Lewis Hamilton there. And now we're going to get the move on Charles Leclerc. We get the moves on both of the Ferraris now. And now we're going to get the move on Max Verstappen. And then we came up to P4. This has been an amazing start here. So let's see if we actually get the move on Oscar Piastri and get up into the podium already. I don't know about that, but let's see. It is possible, but let's see if we can actually just improve so much that we actually get up into P3 here. As we're literally approaching George Russell here. We're about to start lap 2 of the Australian Grand Prix. Looks like we could get the move there, but we make a little touch there on George Russell there, but I don't think there's any damage to our car there, so I think we're all good there. As we nearly get the move there on George Russell. So when are we going to get the move on George Russell and potentially get up into P3 for a podium place here? It's going to be very tricky, but I think we could do here. Is it? No, but it's kind of... I'm kind of scared of doing it, by the way. Oh, come on, we just have to try to see if we can just get up there. Come on, just keep pushing, and we can approach George Russell. And once again, we nearly touched the back of George Russell's car. Jesus Christ, this is getting intense here. As we're literally going to start lap 4 of the Australia Grand Prix. I think we're approaching George Russell. I think this could be it. It could be it here. It is as we get up into P3 there, but no, okay. Oh, we fall down, and now we fall down to P5. As now Lewis Hamilton's trying to get a move on us here, but I think we're just going to defend here there and not let Lewis Hamilton past us. But now we can work our way and get a move on Charles Leclerc and maybe George Russell, so we can get back into the podium places here. But we are approaching Charles Leclerc very soon. Can we get it here? No, we can't get it there. And now we are actually near Charles Leclerc here. And now it looks like Charles Leclerc is catching up with George Russell, and looks like he's going to get the move on George Russell, and he will get the move there on George Russell. So I think we have to work and move and get the overtake on George Russell there. And we do get the move on George Russell here. But now can we get the move on Charles Leclerc here? It looks like we will get the move on Charles Leclerc. We do get the move on Charles Leclerc. We get up to P3 in our first race of the 2026 MyTeam career mode. We get up, but now Leclerc's going to try to fight back again. But now Leclerc does get the move back. No, so it was fun till it lasted. Now looks like George Russell trying to overtake us here, but we're just going to defend and not let George Russell pass because P4 is where we hopefully we won't be there for the rest of the race. But it was a good result. But I feel like we can get a podium if we just catch up to Charles Leclerc and get the move back and get up into P3 there, back into the podium places. Okay, so we're just trying to see on Charles Leclerc, still trying to get the move here on Charles Leclerc here. So we'll just keep on pushing here until we can actually get the move here on Charles Leclerc. It's going to take a long time, but we're going to cross the line for lap 7, and our pit window is open, so we are going to be pitting this lap here. So once again, still trying to approach Charles Leclerc here and get the move on him, but we are going to be coming into the lap here. We are pitting this lap here. So I think, is anyone else coming in? Is Leclerc going to come in? Leclerc is going to come in as well. So that's very nice to see. So with that, he has an advantage. I don't know. Who else is coming in? I think Verstappen was coming in there. And there's Leclerc again. His new tires in, and now we're gonna turn in and get some of our new tires here. And there we go. Our tires are on and stop. Oh, okay. That's the reason why there was a bit of a stop there, so we can let Leclerc pass for some reason. Okay, so we're literally trying to see if we can approach some traffic clear here, but there are people coming into the pits, including our teammates. So see Fernando Alonso coming in. Who else?
In the pits.
Is that it?
Is in the pit
So
right
what's this gonna bring us? This is gonna bring us okay. So we do so we're now that we're the P9 here. So we can try to see if we can approach Charles Leclerc and get a move on him here. Alright, so here we go then. We're literally trying to approach Charles Leclerc, but Leclerc is trying to get a move on Piastri here. And I think Leclerc does get the move there on Piastri here. But can we get a move on Piastri if we just keep pushing here? And I think we might get a move there on Piastri. So we just keep on pushing here. Meanwhile, Franco Colapinto's out of the race. I'm guessing it's an engine failure or something. Are we going to get a move there? We're close, we're catching up on Piastri, and we do get the move there on Piastri. And now we can try to see if we can work our way and try to see if we can overtake Charles Leclerc here. Meanwhile, is he going to get a move on Valtteri Bottas? He will. And now we are. So, just like that, if Leclerc can get the move on Valtteri Bottas, we can get the move on Valtteri Bottas here. And what else is going to be happening here? So, yeah, once again, people coming to the pits here. And, wait a minute. And that's actually, we're going to get to P3 here. We're over to the podium. Place this. We could be getting our first podium in our first race. Alright, so can we still get a move? I'm trying to and get into P2 maybe one day. Also, how's Albon in P5? That's kind of crazy. Now it looks like George Russell's trying to get a move. Oh no, George Russell doesn't get the move as we fall down to P4 now. So we'll try and no, Esteban Ocon is out. First it was Franco Colapinto, now Ocon. Oh my god, hang on, I don't know how it happened, but let me just check quickly. Just one check. Was it? Yeah, it was a mechanical failure. First Franco Colapinto, and now Esteban Ocon. This is getting interesting here. So let's see what's going involved here. But we can try to focus on trying to we can get a move on George Russell here. We can just try and approach George Russell and get a move and probably get back up into P3. And yep. Meanwhile, I think George Russell's gonna get moved there on Charles Leclerc here. Can he get the move on Charles Leclerc? And engineer saying caution when I can literally just see that right there, thinking, oh yeah, I know he's gone. But I think George Russell is fine Charles Leclerc. I think George Russell wants to get into P2. This is going to be intense here. So can George Russell get a move on Charles Leclerc? As I think George Russell approaching. No, I think George Russell's staying in P3, I guess. This is very close here. I think we're trying to get a move here on George Russell, but it seems like George Russell's catching up to Charles Leclerc here, and it looks like George Russell can get the move on Charles Leclerc. I mean, we'll get the fastest lap, and it looks like George Russell, he had P2 there, but Charles Leclerc just overtook him, and now he falls down. He's now back into P3. What is happening here with George Russell here? I think we can actually get a move there on George Russell, and then. So yeah, can we just keep approaching, keep on pushing, and so we approach George Russell so we can get the overtake on him, hopefully soon. But come on, we're close. We're very close. Are we gonna get the move on George Russell? I don't know. We're gonna get on there. But let's see what is going in store for us here. We're literally just he's literally just right there. He's right there, so we can actually get a move on him. So this is going to be tense. Or imagine he just catches up to Charles Leclerc, just overtakes him. But we are going to be finding that out very soon, as we're going to be approaching the line and we're going to be crossing it to start the final lap of the race. So as we're on our last lap here, can we actually get like a last lap overtake on George Russell so we can actually get our first podium in our first race, because that will actually be very good for this team. So let's see if we can keep pushing and get our first podium in our first race, as we are literally near like going around the last few corners here, and looks like George Russell is trying to catch up to Charles Leclerc here. So it looks like he's going to try and attempt a last lap overtake on him, or even like a last corner overtake as well, which would be insane. George Russell is closing. Is George Russell got the move? George Russell seems to have the move there on Charles Leclerc there. That's amazing from George Russell as he gets second place there, as I think Lando Norris is going to cross the line and win their first race of the 2026 MyTeam, and he does get the fastest lap there. And we're going to cross the line to receive P4. A brilliant performance there for our first race in the F1 26 MyTeam career mode. I know it's not I know it's not, so it's a DLC, but yeah, I think that was a great first race of the MyTeam series.
It's what every driver imagines when they start out on their long road towards Formula One. And for our lucky three today, here's the podium waiting for them. He raises the trophy over his head. Lando Norris, head and shoulders above the rest today.
The first race is done and dusted, and it was a great performance here. However, it is just the start. There is more to come. But thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to press the like button and make sure you subscribe. And make sure you turn notifications to miss any future MyTeam videos. And I'll be seeing you in my next video.
I'm a little fox cub, turning, twirling, making circles on the hill with Sonic on my side. I use my fluffy tails to fly up high, but when I'm upside down I spin around and round some more. Oh, I'm not gonna stop, cause I'm having lots of fun, cause I'm a little